Hi everyone, Shell here, Shell's Nails. Today I'm going to do this hand. So I've removed my full cover tips. If you want to see me remove them, I do have a video. I'll try and find it and link it. But yeah, it's I've already done them anyway. So I've pushed back the cuticles. I've removed all the dead skin. And basically now I'm going to dehydrate them and put my bonder on. So I'm going to show you everything I'm going to use first. So we're going to use Madame Glam Shaka, which is a really pretty, it's a sheerish polish. So it looks a bit like a builder gel when it's on. It's nice, it's really pretty. So we're going to use that. Obviously, we've got the Madame Glam series, Velvet Matte, Snow White top coat and base coat. So we're going to use those. These are from Born Pretty. They are gorgeous. Really nice tips. I like this. They're very thin at that end and nice and firm at that end, which is what you want. So just measure out your sizes. Make sure they fit sidewall to sidewall, like so. Yeah, and you can cut them down. If you want to cut them down, you can have short nails, coffin, ballerina, whatever you decide. Mine are already over there prepped. When I say prepped, after I've dehydrated my nails, I use this bonder is minging. It's minging. It's filthy. Give it a wipe. It's still filthy. Never mind. The protein bond, that's just, this is what works for me. I just prefer this one. Now, when I say prep the tips, what I mean is, even though they're etched, I'll show you the thumb again. So, I don't know if you'll be able to see or not, but it is actually etched at this top end. But what I've done is I've put bonder inside so it's tacky. So it's a bit like, you know, like double-sided tape. So we've got my tips there. What else have we got? We are going to use some chrome. So this is a blue chrome. It's a little pen, so you just dip the end in. How cool are they? Less mess. And if you want some more on the sponge, you just push it in and squidge it. Technical term. Then we have the new Pearl Aurora Mirror Chrome. I did do a PR video with that in. And to apply that too, I'm going to use the Chrome Mirror coat, top coat. This is a brilliant top coat. Put it on, 60 seconds, done. Rub that in, fantastic. It's really good. I've got a cheap top coat just to go over the top of the chrome. You don't want to use your good polish over the top of your chrome. I've got some rose gold as well from Born Pretty. Although I did decide to put that over the top. I've already done this hand, that's why I've got my glove on. I did decide to put that over the top of that. It just gives it an extra zhuzh. And then we have the tips gel. So this is the solid nail tips gel. If you haven't used it before, this is clear. You can get coloured ones. I think this is an upgraded version. So yeah, this is what I'm going to apply my tips with. And before I put that on, I'm going to put Born Pretty base coat on, because the base coat will go with that. Okay. And the dehydrator is actually from Born Pretty too. You can get their bonder, but I just find that this one works better for me. I've got oily nail beds apparently, so there you go. We have some stickers. So we've got some Flutterby stickers, and I've got some rose gold flower stickers. I'm going to play with those, and then we shall put some bling on. So I thought the blue would be nice. So there you go. So that is everything. So I'll get set up and then we'll crack on. I probably won't talk much through the video. I'll probably just crack on and get it done. Right, So this is my little snake light. You can't see much of it. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to place some of the tips glue in the end, and then I shall hold it down under here. All right, I'll just get some base coat on and then we'll be ready to rock and roll. Do your best not to get this on the nail. On the skin, sorry. I have got some product left on me nails. I always leave a little bit on just to give it a bit of strength. I've got really soft paper thin nails. They're terrible. Always have been. Hence why I wear enhancements. So this Bonder is just like a double-sided tape. It's going to help everything stick. I haven't actually tried, I haven't tried this before, so, well, I have put it on this hand, obviously. I'll show you them at the end. So just let that dry a bit. So I think Bonder is an individual thing. I think it just depends on your nails. I don't know if you can see that. So the trickiest part of putting full cover tips on, in my opinion, is judging how much gel you need in this bit. But no matter the size of the tip, if you always put not the same amount of gel in each nail, but so it looks as though you're putting the same amount in, if that makes any sense whatsoever. It probably doesn't, but anyway. And then I normally just give this bit a little tweak, and then it should sit on your nail nice. So just take it up to your cuticle, but a little bit away, and then it is quite firm, this stuff, so you've got to push quite hard, and once you've got it where you want it, you can't actually let go. It won't move. It's solid. So then you can just zap it. There you go. And just check underneath to see if any have spilled out. It hasn't. There's no air bubbles. And then I normally give it another 10 seconds in the big lamp just for now. This is just to get them on with, and then 10 seconds it'll secure it, and then we'll do them all. Right, so I've got the next one. I forgot to mention, obviously I've got base coat on as well on my nails, and I've cured that for 60 seconds. So again, I normally just squeeze the sides. I just find it hugs the nail. So you need to get it straight as well, which is the hard part for me anyway. So up near the cuticle, and then just pull it, push it forward. And then once you've got it in position, Make sure it's straight. That's it. That's on there. Give it a quick 10 seconds. I'll do one more, and then I'll just whack the last couple on. That'll do, because we're going to give it a full 60 seconds, remember, once we've got them all on. It's quite stiff, this stuff. Squeeze the sides. Again, support your finger underneath. I'm having to tilt it towards me a little bit just so I can see, obviously. So up near your cuticle. Make sure it's straight. Have we got an air bubble? Nope. That's it. 10 seconds. Do. If you do put too much in, just pull it off before you put it in the lamp. You know, if it starts squidging out everywhere, it's not exactly straight either, but there you go. You can always correct that with a bit of filing. There we go. I might have a bit much in here, so we shall see. It's okay. Go. And then a full 60 seconds in the lamp. Okay, so next we're going to give them a buff just to make sure we haven't got any bits of glue around the top. With this solid stuff you can't actually snip. Can you see there's a little bit of solid glue there? I'll just show you. It's obviously squeezed out. So what I normally do is just give it a little nip. It's not my skin. It's just the little bit that's squeezed out. Okay, so just going to give them a quick push. Cuticles, push them back a little bit. It just helps you get in. With the buffer or the file, whatever you want to use. Go. So I either use an old file or an old buffer, whichever you prefer, and just go around. I'll just show you this one. Just go around the cuticle. I find if you use the buffer, then you cannot really cut yourself. Just get all the shiny surface off. You can actually use rubber base instead of buffing the shine off. You know, if I was having like glass nails or something, and I didn't want to scratch the surface, I would just use rubber base and then apply everything on top of that. So that's about it. And then just get yourself a wipe all the way around. And what you will find is that once you've cleaned that there, the tip usually turns white. But don't worry, that's normal. Okay. And then you're ready to go on to the next bit. So I'll get these ready and then I'll be back. Okay, so that's them all buffed and cleaned. Dust is your enemy. So now I'm just going to get a bit of base coat on. To me, if you get your base coat on nice without, you know, getting it on the skin, everything else will stay where that base coat is, if that makes sense. Because gel goes to gel, so I always do the ends first, because then you've got the bulk of the polish or base coat or whatever it is you're using. And you can just gently tickle it round. And just make sure before you put it in the lamp, you double check you haven't got any on your skin. So I'm just going to give that 10 seconds them too, and then I'll do the other two and give it a full go. And then we're going to get some chacaron. Chacaron. Yeah, you knew it was coming. There we go. And then we'll get this on. This is really, really pretty. But like I say, it is on the sheer side, that's what I want. I don't want it to be like fully opaque, if you know what I mean. I want it to look a bit like Builder Gel. So again, just teasing it up the top, keeping the bulk down the bottom. Alright, and then I'm going to just double check me, make sure I haven't got it anywhere. Just give that 10 seconds or 5 seconds just to freeze it, because I am a bull in a china shop. Okie dokie, so that's that on. As you can see, it's quite sheer. You can still see my nail beds through it, but you could put another coat on if you wanted it to, but I don't need to, because I'm going to be putting these on. So I want the Born Pretty chrome top coat, which is gorgeous. It just smooths everything out. Because, you know, say if you get that one little speck of dust when you do chrome nails, is a bit of a nightmare, isn't it? I see you, a bit of dust. Give that a nice coat. And then just have a look at your lightning. See, I've got a bit of something there. I'm just gonna swipe it again. That looks better. And then that'll get cured for 60 seconds. Right, so this is the pearly mirror powder. If you saw the PR, I don't know if you have or not. So I'm only going to take this down to there because I want to put the blue on the end. But look how much of that goes a long, long way. The tiniest little bit. Yeah. And then I'm just going to use my glove just to make sure I got the rest rubbed in. Look how pretty that is. It's gorgeous. And then we're going to get the blue. Then we're going to put the blue up to the edge where we're finished with the other one. So ombre-ish. It's not easy to ombre with chrome powders, but we'll see what it looks like. I'm just going to leave that there a second. Give my fingers a wipe. Go. And then we're just going to give it a little dust off, dusty, and just get these gloves clean, and just rub whatever excess is there down over the blue. Doesn't really just fades in it a little bit. Okay, there we go. And I'm going to do the same with these two, and this one I'm going to use the rose gold on. Okay. So again, we'll do the rose gold. Right, so I've got the chrome, that one on there, and I've put some more of the chrome top coat on, and now I'm going to rub this in. I wanted it to look rose gold, but not quite as much as it does. I wanted to still have that sort of iridescent-y shine like the others. So I'm just putting this on the top. There we go. Give a little dust off, and then get some of the cheap base coat on. Here we go. Got a couple of lumpy bumpies, but never mind. Okay, so this is what we've got so far. I've wiped the tacky layer off the base coat because I'm going to put some stickers on, and I find that they don't like sticking to a tacky layer. I normally use matte, but I don't want to bulk the nails up, so I'm just going to do them like this. And you want your little butterfly stickers on, so don't worry about the blend because we're gonna cover them. Oh, see that one? Just give them a good rub, make sure they're stuck down. Don't want anything sticking up before you base coat them and top coat them, but not yet. I'm going to do the gems. So that's what we got. You see how putting that over the rose gold just changes it a bit. Looks nice. Right, got my gems. Chucking them around. Born Pretty rhinestone glue. Just gonna, it's running away. I'll stick some down the middle. Right, so here we are. That is the set complete. What do you think? Do you like them? This, I've done this like an embossed. Just need to put some cuticle oil from Essential Blends. This is my favourite. This is the rhubarb and custard. It is divine. You've got to try not to lick your nails afterwards. So if you would like any of the links for any of the items that I've used today, just drop me a message. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit subscribe, hit the notification bell. There's a smiley face. Cute, aren't they? Very happy with them. Very, very happy. Put my rings right. So there you go. I hope you like them. Super shiny. Gorgeous. Actually, I normally wipe the cuticle oil off the nails, because otherwise they just look weird. And there we go. There we are anyway. That's those. I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, like I say, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit subscribe, hit the notification bell, ding-a-ling-a-ling, you'll never miss an upload. And I'll see you lovely lot in the next one. Bye-bye.